5 suitcases, 3 good-sized ones and 2 small ones, stood next to 3 good-sized children and 2 small ones. The children's grandfather, James Alden, reached into the trunk of his car. They had just pulled up behind the Pickering Natural History Museum. "Whoa!" Mr. Alden said as he dragged out a heavy box. "What's in here, Benny?"
"Rocks,"
6-year-old Benny Alden announced as he helped his grandfather lift the box from the trunk.
"My goodness, Benny,"
12-year-old Jessie Alden teased.
"I thought you were just bringing a small bag of your rocks." "I couldn't decide, Jessie, so I brought all of them,"
Benny told his oldest sister.
"Mr. and Mrs. Diggs can help me make them into a real rock collection." "Do they know about birds' nests, too?"
Sue Lee asked her cousin Violet Alden.
"They know all about birds' nests, too, and fossils, and dinosaurs, and all kinds of things."
She took her 7-year-old cousin by the hand. Sue Lee smiled at Violet. The Aldens were part of her adopted family now. They were cousins of her parents, Joe and Alice Alden. Mr. Alden closed the trunk of the car. "Well, children, I know the Pickering Museum will have a dinosaur skeleton or 2, and a few other things you children are going to like." Mr. Alden and Henry moved the suitcases next to the side entrance to the museum, which was closed at this hour. "Now, let's see. Where's that buzzer Emma and Archie told me to ring for the night watchman?"
"Here it is,"
Sue Lee cried. "Then give it a ring," Mr. Alden told her. Sue Lee pressed, then pressed again. The Aldens could hear the bell echoing inside the museum. Soon they saw a light moving along the dark hall. Benny and Sue Lee pressed their faces against the glass door.
"Benny,"
Sue Lee whispered.
"can you see it? Can you see the dinosaur?"
Before Benny could answer, a large figure blocked the door. "Museum's closed!" The Aldens heard a man yell from inside. Benny rang the bell this time. The guard aimed his flashlight at the Aldens. "I said the museum's closed," the man repeated. "It doesn't open until 10 tomorrow." Before the Aldens could explain why they were there, the man disappeared. "I'm going to drive around the block to the Diggs' apartment," Mr. Alden said. "Maybe they forgot to tell the guard when we were arriving." Mr. Alden drove off, and the Alden children sat down on their suitcases to wait.
"Here,"
Violet said to Sue Lee.
"You can lean against me. Soon we'll be inside the Diggs' apartment with our own beds to sleep in. Tomorrow there will be plenty of time for dinosaurs."
Sue Lee nodded. She hugged the small teddy bear the Aldens had given her as a present when she'd arrived from Korea. Benny tried to cover a yawn.
"I'm not tired. I want to see the big old dinosaur that's inside this museum."
14-year-old Henry yawned too. "Well, I don't think that dinosaur is going anywhere tonight, Benny." Benny leaped up against the door again. When he did, a loud alarm began to buzz over and over. The children covered their ears to muffle the terrible sound.
"What's going on?"
Henry yelled over the racket.
"Somebody's here,"
Benny yelled back. The museum door whooshed open. A tall man in a uniform and hat waved his flashlight over the children like a spotlight. Next to him, a large German shepherd pulled hard on a leash and growled at the children. "I told you," the man began. "The museum's closed, and now you've set off the alarm."
"I did?"
Benny asked, surprised that he had caused all this ruckus. The man pushed a button on the wall. The awful alarm finally stopped, but the dog's growling did not. Benny usually liked dogs, even big ones. They reminded him of the Aldens' own wonderful dog, Watch. But Benny would rather come face to face with a live dinosaur than this big dog. "Down, Nosy," the guard ordered.
"Nice dog,"
Jessie said in her sweet voice.